A father who could sell off his own child for money? Is he worthy to be called a father? Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more African folktales. Hit the notification bell so you never miss a story, and leave a comment below sharing your thoughts, because your voice matters in every tale we tell. Rose, 21, lived in a small, dusty town. Her life was a study in contrast. By day, she used her quick mind to read old business books, dreaming of a career in management. By night, she worked quietly on her old sewing machine, creating beautiful, detailed patterns from leftover cloth. This tailoring skill was her only true solace. Her home, however, offered no peace. Her father, Mr. Davies, a man broken by debt and anger, saw only her usefulness. Her stepmother was harsh, treating Rose more like a servant than a daughter. The shadow hanging over them was a huge debt owed to the powerful Smith family in Lagos. Mr. Davies had foolishly signed contracts he couldn't keep. The Smith family, owners of a massive, silent business empire, were ruthless about payment. One Tuesday morning, a lawyer's threat arrived. Mr. Davies was cornered. That same afternoon, a dusty car pulled up, carrying a single passenger, Michael. Michael was tall, quiet, and wore a simple, faded shirt. He was the Smith family's gatekeeper. Mr. Davies, desperate, introduced Rose as the collateral. "Michael here needs a wife to keep him settled," Mr. Davies spat out, pointing at Rose. "He takes her, and the Smith family drops the immediate lawsuit. Take her and clear this mess." Rose felt a burning shame. She was being traded, but as she raised her tear-filled eyes, she met Michael's. His gaze was deep and strangely pained, not greedy. "I accept the arrangement," Michael said, his voice soft but firm, looking only at Rose. "She comes with me now." Rose packed her two most precious things, her small box of sewing tools and a worn economics textbook. She left the next morning, not with her father's blessing, but with his cold relief. The Smith family property in Lagos was enormous, a fortress of high white walls and polished black gates. Rose and Michael were taken to the gatehouse, a small two-room building tucked beside the main entrance. "This is our home," Michael said, opening the door. "It's small, but we have privacy." Rose set down her bag, waiting for the marriage to begin. But Michael immediately rolled out a thin mat on the floor beside the window. "The bed is yours, Rose," he stated simply. "We are married in name, but not in spirit. I want you to look at me and choose me without debt, without force. Until then, you are safe here. I honor your dignity." This quiet act of honor shattered all her expectations. Michael's life was simple and disciplined. He woke up early, cleaned the gates, and managed the entry logs. He seemed truly poor. He explained his financial situation simply. "I send most of my pay back home, Rose. My mother is chronically ill, and the hospital bills are constant. I have little left for myself." Rose began to see the struggle in him. This explained his poverty and his quiet focus. Her pity slowly turned to respect. Michael, in turn, became her quiet supporter. He saw her reading the old economics book. He immediately went to a second-hand market and bought her up-to-date college textbooks on business and management. "You have a brilliant mind, Rose," he said. "Do not waste it. Study. Learn the business world from the outside." He also encouraged her tailoring. He helped her set up a tiny workspace in the gatehouse, fixing the light and making a small sign. Rose started accepting small local tailoring jobs. She was busy, respected, and, for the first time, peaceful. She fell in love slowly, with the way Michael smiled when she sold a finished dress, with the way he always brought her a specific brand of biscuits from the market, with the quiet, shared life they built, piece by simple piece, in that small gatehouse. The life of luxury was constantly flashing past their window. Robert Smith, the arrogant son, was their biggest problem. He would demand the gates be opened late at night, often yelling at Michael for minor delays. Robert soon focused his demands on Rose. He would pause his expensive car outside the gatehouse, leaning out the window. "Still sewing dresses in that cupboard, Rose? You have talent. Don't waste it on a gatekeeper. I'll give you a fashion house in Ikoye and pay for a degree at the best fashion school in Milan. Leave Michael. He is a dead end." Rose had to fight this pressure constantly. Her answer was always the same, simple and firm. "I have everything I need, Mr. Robert." Robert grew furious. He was used to getting what he wanted. He started inventing reasons to punish Michael. He'd hide the gate keys and blame Michael for losing them. He'd force Michael to wash the cars in the blazing sun after his shift was over, often until 10 p.m. Despite the suffering, Michael never complained to Rose. He would simply come back to the gatehouse, exhausted, and smile at her. One tense night, Rose saw Michael struggling to lift a heavy delivery box Robert had deliberately left outside the gatehouse. She ran out and helped him, her arms straining. "They are trying to break you, Michael," Rose whispered, holding his strong hand. Michael looked into her eyes, which were now filled with deep, protective love. "They can't break what they don't own, Rose, and they don't own my integrity or your love." Rose's choice was now final. She loved this poor, honorable man and would not trade him for the world. Robert decided to crush them both. He could not stand Rose's loyalty. He fabricated a meticulous lie. He claimed Michael had stolen his mother's antique diamond necklace, a famous piece. He produced a fake security log showing Michael entering the main house when he was off duty. Mrs. Smith arrived at the gatehouse with 2 security guards. She was cold, emotionless, and absolutely convinced. "Thief," she condemned Michael. "You are not only fired, but you will face the law. I want you and that girl off my property in 1 hour." Rose fought back fiercely, screaming that the evidence was fake. Mrs. Smith simply had the security guards throw Michael's few belongings into the street. As the guards pushed Michael away, Robert appeared. He held a thick envelope. "Last chance, Rose," Robert said, dangling the envelope. "This contains money, a ticket to the UK, and legal immunity. Just sign this statement saying Michael confessed to the theft. Walk away free and rich." Rose looked at the envelope. Freedom from debt, poverty, and shame. But she looked at Michael's face, bruised and defeated, being led away by the security. Rose slowly tore the envelope in half, dropping the pieces on Robert's polished shoes. "I choose my husband. I choose honor," she said, her voice clear and unbroken. She walked out the gate and took Michael's hand. As they walked down the street, their poverty was stark, but their loyalty was a visible shield. Michael did not weep. He took Rose to a tall office building, telling her, "I have to speak to my lawyer." Rose was baffled, but followed him. They were led into a sprawling, luxurious, top-floor office. A lawyer stood waiting. Michael calmly took off his worn jacket, revealing an expensive custom-tailored shirt underneath. He sat down behind the massive desk. "Rose, I am sorry for the lie." He revealed the truth. He was Michael Thompson, the chief executive of the Thompson Group and the true owner of the land where the Smith mansion stood. He placed an old, heavy deed on the desk. The Smith family were simply tenants who thought they were kings. My grandfather bought the land years ago. I came here undercover, dressed as the gatekeeper, to observe the tenants and find an honest wife. Rose was utterly speechless. Her humble, hard-working gatekeeper was the landlord, the true heir. The illness cover story was to hide his financial resources. The final drama was the legal battle. Michael served the Smith family with immediate eviction papers. Robert and Mrs. Smith, furious, tried to fight back using their fake claims of ownership. Rose became Michael's secret weapon. She used her knowledge of the property's routines, Robert's habits, and the honest records Michael kept in the gatehouse to systematically dismantle the Smiths' lies. Rose's tailoring business skills proved her ability to manage finance and records, and her academic ambition made her a sharp and formidable witness. The court ruled decisively for Michael. The Smith family, disgraced and exposed as mere tenants, were forced to leave their mansion, fleeing Lagos under a cloud of public shame. Michael took Rose's hand and led her back to the enormous black gates of the mansion. Instead of stopping at the gatehouse, he led her past them, up the sweeping driveway and into the grand house itself. "You chose the simple man and his simple honor, Rose," Michael said, his eyes filled with love. "You chose the true legacy. This house belongs to us, and starting tomorrow, I need a new chief operating officer." Rose, no longer the shamed collateral, but a trusted partner and manager of an empire, simply smiled. Her heart, healed by love, justified by loyalty, and now armed with knowledge, was richer than any inheritance. And what, you might ask, became of Mr. Davies, the father who traded his daughter for debt? Michael and Rose, now secure in their fortune, did not forget him entirely. Michael, whose own mother had suffered, was not cruel. The first thing he did, once the Thompson Group was firmly in control of the assets, was settle the original debt Mr. Davies owed, clearing the stain from Rose's past. However, they did not reward his dishonor with comfort. Rose and Michael sent him a single, simple letter. It explained that his freedom was bought not by his collateral, but by his daughter's choice to keep her integrity and choose honor over a lie. Mr. Davies received the letter in the dusty, quiet town where he remained. The house was his again, but the wealth and the life he sought to gain were now forever out of his reach. He was left alone with his shame and the heavy knowledge that his daughter's true worth was 1,000 times greater than the paltry sum he owed. It is said that he eventually learned to work an honest day's labor at the local market, forever humbled, and only occasionally permitted a respectful, quiet visit with his powerful daughter and her honorable husband. He had lost his daughter by trying to sell her, and only regained a small piece of her by finally acknowledging his own failure. And that, my friends, is the most beautiful lesson of all. Dear viewers, what lessons did you take away from this dramatic tale? We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed the story, give us a thumbs up, share it with friends, and hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss out on our latest updates. Thanks for watching, and stay blessed.